Let's start with monolithic zirconia. We all know that the zirconia came from tooth restorations for the same reason, from the chipping of veneering ceramic from zirconia frameworks. That's why this monolithic zirconia was developed. And in the beginning, it was very strong, 1,300 megapascal. That was the first zirconia which was used. Now we can use 3 types of monolithic zirconia depending on the amount of our restoration. You can have the zirconia of 1,200 megapascal. You can have medium strength zirconia about 8 to 900, and you can have weak zirconia or soft zirconia up to 600 megapascal. Which use in what situation? Well, it depends on the case. If we are having a single restoration, then a softer zirconia is recommended, and later we will learn why. Because too strong zirconia for single restoration can fracture an implant or can fracture titanium base. If you have the bridge up to 3 units, no more than 3 units, you might use softer zirconia, which goes in 900 megapascal. However, if your bridge is over 3 units, you must go back to this first grade of zirconia having 1,200 megapascal in strength. That's why you need to know what type of zirconia your lab is using when you're making single restoration, when you're making a small bridge, or let's say you're making 5 units bridge. That's different. When we applied this monolithic zirconia bridges to implants against implants occlusion, we were really successful. Here is one of the case exactly where monolithic zirconia was used, because implants were placed in posterior region, and those implants should have protected our anterior teeth. Implants in posterior, anterior teeth were restored with veneers and zirconia ceramic restorations, and all occlusion was done on full contour 1,200 megapascal zirconia. And indeed, occlusion was really stable. No chipping, nothing. The patient did not really came back after the delivery of restorations, and assuming that this was a successful choice. Thus, if I have a situation like this, one of the choices is do full contour zirconia restorations to keep zirconia for the tissues, but also have zirconia for occlusion and reduce this occurrence of fractures. I already mentioned that we have zirconia in 3 different categories, and it might occur to you that maybe let's use this strongest zirconia all the time, and you won't have any problems because no chipping, no fracturing. However, when we talk about single restorations, that is not the case. Because in single restorations, high strength zirconia is contraindicated, because then all the occlusal force goes directly to the implant. Monolithic zirconia does not wear. Means that all the force goes to the implant, and sometimes you can have complication like fracture of titanium base. This is what occurred in this situation, when after 3 years of function, we had the breakage of thigh base with full contour zirconia. The reason for this was that this restoration was made from 1,200 megapascal zirconia. Too stiff, too strong for single restorations. Thus, for single restoration, I would recommend the weakest zirconia, up to from 600 megapascal. Then it's a little bit softer, means that less force is transferred to the implant and less possibility of having problems and fractures like see it here. Of course, zirconia is strong. So this is one of the videos which we tested how strong full contour zirconia, and you can see that the tension is rising. And explosion. So zirconia, full contour zirconia, we needed to have about 1,700 megapascal to fracture it as a crown. Thus, this is a really strong material and can be safely used for the restoration of the implants. As already mentioned, single crowns 600, small unit bridge option depends on you from 900 to 1,020, 1,200, and bigger bridge, more than 3 units, should be from the strongest zirconia available. Why it is important? Because now we know the weaker the zirconia, the more aesthetic it is, the more translucent. Means that if we want to increase the aesthetics, we need to reduce the strength. And there is always, the push for more aesthetical materials, for more aesthetics. That's why we must not give in if we are doing a big bridge. That's why our labs should know that the bigger bridge, the stronger zirconia should be.